weren't here tonight, you missed a big show. Explosive Pro Wrestling's first show for 2009, the Great Aussie Bash. And what a huge show it was. We're kicking it off in big style with AZ Vegara up against, from Awesome Inc., Steria. Now, AZ Vegara is on a bit of a winning streak. He had 2 wins in a row. Could he turn it into 3? Well, Steria was going to do everything in his power to make sure that didn't happen. And boy, did Steria bring his A game. We're talking about some death-defying moves, including this one, up and over the top rope, down to the outside. In the end, though, he didn't have what it takes to put AZ away, and AZ Vegara made it 3 victories in a row, kicking off his 2009 in big style. Next up was Team All-Stars. Sebastian Sander took on Jose Del Santo. Now, Jose Del Santo certainly had his work cut out for him, taking on Sebastian Sander, who was seemingly undefeatable in this match. Jose didn't leave anything behind. He threw all he had at the big man. Sadly, though, and much to the dismay of the crowd, it was Sebastian Sander who had his arm raised in victory. In our third matchup, making his EPW in-ring debut, gorgeous Gary Schmidt. That's right, Barry Schmidt's better-looking brother, self-proclaimed, took on Ferguson Block. Now, Gary Schmidt, he really wanted to make a name for himself. He really wanted to pick up a win in his first match in EPW. And he wanted to start 2009 in big style for the brother Schmidt. He didn't. Then it was time for some fast-paced tag team action with the EPW Tag Team Champions, Chase Griffin and Dan Moore, taking on the team of Alex Kingston and Shane Haste. What a matchup this one was. This was full throttle from the get-go. These guys left nothing behind, and it was anyone's game. Alex Kingston going up and over, putting his body on the line, taking out his opponents, followed by Dan Moore doing the exact same thing with a big back elbow from the top. And then on the inside it was a single man Spanish fly from the top rope, and Alex Kingston with a coast-to-coast kick. I told you, these guys are unbelievable. You want to check them out live. You want to come along to Explosive Pro Wrestling, and you want to see matches like this. And in this one, it was Shane Haste and Alex Kingston just getting the better of the EPW Tag Team Champions. One hell of a matchup. Then next up in action was two former Invitational Tournament winners, Devlin Reeves and the current Invitational winner, Jay Taylor. These guys, well, they're friends. There's a little bit of friendly rivalry going on. Devlin Reeves, well, he certainly looked like he was going to walk away with the victory after these devastating chops he delivered to Jay Taylor. But at the end of the day, out of nowhere, Jay Taylor hit the cutter and got the 1-2-3. Then it was time for our main event. Tag team action, seeing the European Union take on the team of Richter and the EPW champion, the Iron Man, Davis Storm. This wasn't just a matter of pride. This was a matter of Australian pride. The European Union had been bad-mouthing Australia. They'd been running the Australian name through the dirt. And on this, the Australia Day long weekend, Davis Storm and Richter, two proud Aussies, they weren't going to stand for that. So they stood up to the European Union and they delivered one hell of a beating. Until Richter gets knocked off the apron, clean through the announcer's table. He was unconscious, out cold. The fans were chanting his name. They were trying to get him back up. But Richter eventually gets back into the ring, comes to the aid of Davis Storm. And I got to tell you, the beating they delivered to Johnny Wimbledon, wow, he's going to be waking up sore tomorrow. Richter lifted him up for a powerbomb. Storm off the top rope with a giant boot. And down goes Johnny Wimbledon. Then it was simply a matter of Davis Storm and Richter picking up the 1-2-3 and taking out the victory. It was a big show. It was EPW's Great Aussie Bash. If you weren't here, you missed out, but it's okay. You can redeem yourself by coming along. February 21st, the Venville Centre in Maylands, EPW's Aftershock. It's going to be two huge matches. Jay Taylor and Bobby Marshall for the very first time ever in the EPW ring, taking each other on. And then, of course, the main event, the EPW title, will be on the line. Richter up against the Iron Man Davis Storm. It's going to be huge. It's happening February 21st at the Venville Centre in Maylands. Get your tickets from epwperth.com. I hope to see each and every one of you there. Until then, my name's Lukey Bolland, reporting for Explosive Pro Wrestling.